Hey, what is up crew? My name is Captain Geronimo and welcome to yet another episode on which we won't be playing Star Trek Online, but rather we're gonna have a Star Trek product review. You have all read the title, you've seen the thumbnail, you know what is going on. In today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Eaglemoss's Daedalus Class Starship review. And with that being said, let's proceed with today's episode. Engage. I purchased this ship variant without a book, so I got the ship in its original packaging. Top of the package is made out of translucent plastic that makes for a perfect window showing you what's inside of the box. There should be a ship plus accessories. By accessories, I mean the stand and the base of the stand. Box is painted in different gradients of the blue color and carries multiple small white stars as decoration. Forward side has a big letters saying Star Trek trademarks. Left side of a package carries logos of 4 different eras of Star Trek, those being Voyager, Deep Space Nine, The Next Generation, and The Enterprise. Aft side of the box is just blue, no stars, no gradient. And finally, on the right side we have some legal stuff written on multiple languages. English is the first one, and it says, Collector's Model. Not designed or intended to play by the children under 14 years of age. Die-cast vehicles with plastic parts. Keep packaging for future reference. Published by Eaglemoss Ltd, Birmingham House, Kensington Village, Avonmore Road, London, V14 8TS, made in China. If you want to read it for yourself or check out any other language, feel free to pause the video now. Backside of the box sports gradient blue color and it's decorated with this gorgeous Starfleet Delta. On the bottom right corner there is a large barcode to help identify the product faster with use of scanner. We also have some remarks about the trademarks. This box is very good. Sides are made from slightly oily cardboard. Plastic windows allows you a great view so you can inspect your model and everything within the package. To open the package, you have to flip the box around and let the interior piece slide out. You're left with the cardboard box and ship enveloped in 2-sheeted plastic. To take it fully out of this 2-sheeted plastic, simply hold the bottom part of the plastic wrap and simply pull out the top part. First thing that you're presented with as soon as you open the box is the gorgeous Daedalus Class starship. But we will return to it very soon. When you take your ship out of the box, right next to it, you should see a stand and a base of the stand. Your stand is made out of clear plastic and it features a fork-like protrusions which should hold your ship in place by attaching your ship's nacelles to this fork thingy. Bottom of the stand comes with a square-shaped peg which should fit into the stand's base. And now let's talk about the base. It comes wrapped in a soft plastic bag which is closed in place with a sticky tape. All you need to do is remove the sticky tape and slide it out of the packaging. This base is black and it's made out of metal. The bottom side of the base comes with a thin layer of plush. That's great because that won't damage your table, your shelf or any place on which you decide to put your model out for display. But there is a little bit of a problem because it will make it slippery. Metallic decal is sticked onto the middle of the base bottom and it states Starship Class and the product number, plus some trademark writings. The top side comes with a female square peg slot and your stand should fit perfectly into it. Inserting the stand into the base is very easy, just pop it into place and that's it. I superglued those two together and I suggest you to do the same because the peg can fall out of its slot with relative ease. To mount your ship onto the display stand, all you need to do is insert warp pylons between plastic forks of the stand and voila, you have your ship on this gorgeous display. Before we keep on going, I would like to do a short commercial break here. Welcome back. As I do not own a rotating table, I will have to use my hands. I know this isn't very quality promising, but at least I'm conserving energy in some way. The 22nd century Daedalus Class was one of the first ships to explore deep space. Unlike most Federation starship designs, it had a spherical primary hull. Captain Siskos had the Daedalus Class model in his ready room. That model from his office was USS Horizon NCC-176, and it can be yours as well. This exact starship is what Eaglemoss has made. Horizon is regular edition, die-cast model. It's a part of Star Trek official Starship Collection line published August 6, 2017. Classified as a cruiser and armed with laser cannons, but later on 4 phase cannons and 2 forward and 1 aft nuclear fission warhead launchers. Daedalus is powered by a warp core that could achieve the maximum warp speed of warp 4.5 and warp 7 after its refit. Accommodation-wise, it could fit a crew of 229 officers. For a visual comparison, here's the Horizon against my hand. That should give you some sense of the ship's scale, but that measuring method is not very reliable, so let's take out a measuring tape. Model's length is circa 14 centimeters, while the real ship's length was 105 meters. Model's width is about 5.5 centimeters, while the real thing had a width of 25 meters. Lastly, the ship's height is approximately 5.1 centimeters, while the real ship's height was 50 meters. When placed on scale without the stand, ship has 46 grams, while the real ship's weight was just slightly heavier, 92,000 metric tons. Now for the part that you all probably wanted to see. Horizon is small in scale, but it comes with so many small details. It is true that TOS era ships had a very little hull lines, cuts and grooves. They were smooth and elegant, but yet every single line that is supposed to be in there is here on the model. Ship's Bassart collectors are made from the translucent orange plastic. If light conditions are good, it will look like the ship's Bassarts are powered on, almost like that they're glowing. I managed to drop my ship on the ground as I was recording, and antennas of Bassart collectors broke off, so be careful, they're quite thin and quite fragile. Talking about the small details, you can see warp engine exhaust lines on the end of warp nacelles as small dots embedded into this model. Aft side contains hangar bay with nice TOS accurate markings for the shuttle bay. We can also see that ship's impulse engines are painted red quite nicely. No color spillage outside of the engine housing can be seen. On the port and starboard side we have Starfleet racing stripe with NCC-176, United Federation of, painted onto the hull. There are those 2 pegs that look oddly out of place. It's almost like that they try to mask a screw bolt, but this doesn't make a lot of sense. Underside features classic TOS secondary hull ornamentations. Even warp pylons have some small details drilled into them, making them look like heatsinks or vents. Daedalus had 4 small deflectors that can be seen and are painted quite nicely. Ship's primary hull, or the ball section as I call it, is the most detailed place of the ship. There are a lot more windows and small decorative lines. Windows are painted nicely, but they're misaligned from their holes. I love attention to detail and how they wanted to make windows look a little bit more sunken into the ship, but this misalignment took that effect away and made it look very bad. Ball section appears to be made out of plastic, but its poles are very cold to the touch, so I assume that they are made out of metal. The ball feels quite sturdy. I do not think it would break under pressure when you squeeze it hard. Secondary hull is most likely metal, as once again it is very cold to the touch. It's also very solid and quite robust. Warp engines can be wiggled and they're a little bit fragile, so don't put too much stress on them, as they might break. Nacelles are made out of plastic. Warp pylons, on the other hand, are made out of metal. just like the ship's neck. Neck is a straight line and it's very sturdy. Daedalus fits beautifully into my Eaglemoss starship collection. It is about the same size as any other starship made by Eaglemoss and comes with the same attention to detail given to the model. Comparing ups and downs of this model with other models that I own, I can still say that they're all on the equal level. Of course, I do not expect everything to go perfectly in any industrial process, but these starships are awesome. So here we go, crew, Eaglemoss's Daedalus Class starship review. I have to say, I'm a big fan of TOS era designs, and this starship in particular is very strange design-wise because instead of having a normal saucer, it has a bowl section. TOS era ships are very simple. They do not have a lot of detailed lines, cuts, grooves, markings, or decoration. They're very smooth, they're very nice, and I definitely love it. I love the Daedalus class. I love how it comes with 4 deflectors, very long warp engines, which is kind of a good for the time era on which it's located. Actually, it's not a TOS design, it should be pre-Enterprise and Enterprise era design. Nevertheless, the figure is very good, it's solid, it's sturdy, no decals at all, amazing paint job has been done. I've done a little bit of a stress test. The nacelles are a little bit wobbly if you press them, so don't squish them too hard. I also love the stand, how you can put it on the stand, display it very nicely, take it out, have a fun with it, and yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's small, it's cute, it's high detailed. I give it 10 out of 10. What else needs to be said? Also, a big thank you to all of my channel members, and shout out to Roser95, Darren Homer, Kay Anderson, Captain Altman, and Nick Romano. Thank you so much. Your contributions really help me a lot, so thank you, thank you, thank you. This is going to wrap yet another video up, crew. I really hope that you enjoyed yet another product review. If you did, please leave a like. My name is Captain Geronimo. This is what I do: Star Trek Online, ship reviews, gear reviews, mission walkthroughs, and more, such as Star Trek product reviews. If you would like to financially help me support this channel, you can do so by becoming a channel member. And until next time, crew, I love you all, because all of you out there, you're the best. Geronimo, out.